The big thick boy has gained a shield advantage. Once again, we are going to shield nothing with Machamp, and it's going to be 2 shield Walrus versus the world. Back out comes Gyarados. We attempt to catch the Aqua Tail. We're already up 1 shield. The opponent only has 1 remaining. We are going to shield up. The Meteor Mash does the opponent. Respect the damage. We're going straight for the Hail Mary. So, welcome back to the home of Shadow Pokemon. If you want to see if that Earthquake lands, you're going to have to watch the video. So today, we are trying out a team I have used in previous seasons. Let's not kid ourselves. Shadow Walrus, especially mine being a 13, 15, 15, maxing out at 26, 98 CP, isn't exactly meta. And we all know Icicle Sphere got nerfed. It's now 40 energy. So it's even weaker than it was before, but where else are you going to see Shadow Walrein content other than on this channel? So we put it back out to the test, and without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game 1, we pick up a lead against Snorlax. The opponent save switches into Milotic, and I answer with Walrein. This used to be a fairly decent-ish matchup. We do resist the Surfs. Dragon Tails hit us for neutral. Powder Snow resisted, but we've got that Hail Mary of the Earthquake. We're going straight for it. Earthquake lands, gets Milotic deep into the yellow. I could attempt to throw the Icicle Sphere, but I don't believe it will knock out. I am going to try my utmost to make the Earthquake, and we fall 1 fast move short. Milotic now has a decent amount of residual energy. However, we can come back in with Machamp. We can shield once and leave absolutely loaded. This is no regular Machamp. This is the Stone Edge variant. So if they have a flyer in the back, we have that big fat nuke potential. I don't often bait on the channel, but absolutely everyone shits their pants when they see Machamp. I throw the cross chop. The opponent shields it up. I am going to now bank the Stone Edge, switch out, catch the charge move on the big thick boy, and it's going to be the Snorlax Mirror. Probably the most boring matchup in the entire world. Well, maybe not the entire world, let's not kid ourselves. No one wants to see fucking Azumarill versus Azumarill, but Snorlax versus Snorlax is pretty boring. Lick is resisted, Body Slam, even with Stab, doesn't do a lot. It's going to be about who wants to throw that superpower. You can see my Snorlax is equipped as a best buddy. I know the opponent is going to have to superpower to take me out. They don't go for it. We are now going to fire off the superpower. This won't knock out, but will get the opposing Snorlax super low. The opponent doesn't shield. I look to snipe with Machamp. We get the counter through. We are now going to shield it up. And once again, it's going to be a question of how big are the Gyarados' cojones. We go for one more cross chop bait. The opponent takes the bait, and guess what? Eat Stone Edge, motherfucker. And that's going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Shadow Machamp landing the Stone Edge is an absolute thing of beauty. Getting into the next battle, we see Gyarados in the lead. I check his fast move. There on Dragon Breath, I enter the arena with the big thick boy, Shadow Snorlax. The opponent throws the crunch, fishing for the defense drop. They don't get it. They now switch out into Metagross. I build up to what could be an Earthquake. However, Metagross is never shielded, so we are going to get off the back-to-back superpowers. First one gets them into the yellow. This second one will knock out or draw a shield. The opponent wants to keep that positive alignment. We've now double debuffed our defense, so the Metagross is going to get less farm. That works out perfect for me because we can come in with Machamp, we can shield once, and we will get the counter down before they reach the second Meteor Mash. So I do commit the shield here, and you already know that Gyarados is absolutely quaking in its boots from the Stone Edge, but I'm going to look to switch instantly into Walrus, and it's the common double steel backline. It's the Mole, Excadrill in the back. We can tank one Rock Slide, it's not comfortable, but we do survive. We are now deep in the red, and we're going straight for the Earthquake. I either want the knockout or that final shield. The opponent gives me the final shield. We are going to look to chip him with an Icicle Sphere. The opponent is going to look to mud shot me all the way down. Machamp, not the bulkiest. We are going to have to tank one move. We sneak the counter as the game is intended. I shield the first drill run. We need to survive the second drill run with enough HP remaining to get the Stone Edge. This drill run is going to hurt. Ouch, we're deep in the red. Back out comes Gyarados, and it's going to be hi Gyarados, bye Gyarados, night night, sleep tight, Stone Edge for the win. GG's, and thanks for playing. We are now 2 for 2 landing Stone Edges. You love to see it. Moving on into the next battle, we see Metagross in the lead. The opponent switches out into Machamp, and now my smug mood has somewhat changed. We are double weak to Machamp in the back, but it's not all that common. I think I'm one of the only people that like to run Machamp and this connoisseur opposite me. We do shield up the cross chop. We CMP tie, so I know that I can counter them all the way down, but we're now all shields down, so it's really going to be a matter of what they have in the back. We do get the counter down. Let's see what the opponent comes in with. I'm really hoping it's not a one-turn move and it is a Dragon Breath. So we get sniped with a whole load of energy and this game is absolutely over. I don't even bother throwing the Icicle Sphere as the opponent has a shield. So they've played this really well. Machamp just didn't have enough HP and that is going to be all she wrote. Moving on to the next one. It looks like we're playing another Spice Lord opposite us. I am seeing a Chestnut on my screen. This is the first time I think I've ever seen this in the Master League Premier Classic. The opponent shields up the first cross chop. They're now at their back-to-back superpowers. I am going to shield the first. It will do the most damage. I'm already at the next cross chop. I'm hoping this does knock out with the lower defense, but Chestnut far too thick. They survive. But likewise, I imagine we will survive a debuffed superpower. Superpower doesn't KO. We get the counter down. The opponent comes in 2 Excadrill. Holy crap, they must be really weak to fighting. Cross chop is going to get the final shield off the opponent. I get one more counter off. Just the counter damage alone's got him into the yellow. I am going to no shield the Drill Run. Drill Run does hurt, but Snorlax is super thick. I am going to look to shield the second one because I don't know what they've got in the back. And I don't know if Walrus, with its low CP, is able to handle it. They now switch out into Magnezone. Holy crap, this isn't fantastic. I'm going to go for the superpower and we're going to look to catch the Wild Charge on our Walrus. Stay in school, kids. Learn to count. We completely sack the Walrus. It's going to be high Walrus, bye Walrus. Get fucking wrecked to myself, but we can come in, lick down with Snorlax. We're going to outpace to the superpower. And to be honest, Walrein was the best third shield you're ever going to see. GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see another Gyarados in the lead. Super common, but I can't really comment as I was also running Gyarados in the lead. This opponent attempts to catch a Body Slam on their own Snorlax. Superpower absolutely doesn't one-shot, so we are going to need to chip it with a Body Slam anyway. Body Slam does get Snorlax down to around 75% health. It looks like you're going to need 4, so fuck that. I'm definitely going to throw a superpower the next time. We're going straight for it. Does the opponent respect the superpower? They do not. They're now deep in the red. The big thick boy putting in work as usual. Let's see if the opponent wants to maintain alignment. Yes, they do. They are going to need to throw a charge move. Before we get to the next one, I've got no intentions of trading shields. We all know that I love shield advantage on this channel, so I come in with Machamp. I am going to shield absolutely nothing, and we're putting 2 shields on the feature Pokemon, Shadow Walrein. I'm spamming out the Walrus, looking to catch the Aqua Tail. The opponent, far too smart, and it's Metagross. We have shield advantage, so I am going to shield up the Meteor Mash. The opponent is already down 1 shield. I'm going to build up to 100 energy and go straight for the Hail Mary. Does the opponent respect the damage? No, they do not. 26, 98 CP, non-stab Earthquake, almost returns Metagross to its Pokeball, and Walrus is about to start closing this matchup in style. The opponent builds up a boatload of energy, but as I have got huge cojones, I call the Aqua Tail, and it is an Aqua Tail. Walrus still not done, makes 1 more Icicle Sphere. This Ultra League Pokemon absolutely going off. We switch out into Machamp. I am going to shield up the Aqua Tail, and even though a cross chop would knock out from this range, we're going for the Stone Edge, but the opponent very rudely concedes the match. GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one. I always thought Walrus would be extinct this season due to the nerf, but Mammoths definitely should be extinct, especially this one that gets absolutely beat the crap out of by our Machamp. We counter all the way down. They come in to Primarina and we land the Stone Edge, get Primarina into the yellow. The opponent thought, what can this fighter do to me? Well, you absolute charm abusing motherfucker. You can eat that Stone Edge. Excadrill in the back is going to be forced to start shielding Body Slams. Body Slam is resisted, but Excadrill may as well be an honorary shadow because it's made of absolute paper. They no shield. The second Body Slam, they're hanging on to 1 shield. I've got no idea what they're intending to save it for. The opponent still hasn't thrown another charge move, so they're going to be forced to either shield this or put it all on Primarina. They do shield it up, and it's a delayed CMP tie. The opponent is in a real mess. Drill Run takes us out. We come in with Machamp. They switch out into Primarina as if Machamp didn't already land the Stone Edge. We take him out with a cross chop, and Machamp counters down Excadrill. And that is all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. I absolutely hate Charm, but Machamp absolutely bullied that Primarina. Moving on into the next battle, we see Metagross in the lead. Shadow Machamp does win this in the 1 shield. So I am going to shield the Meteor Mash. I'm going to overfarm, go for the cross chop. If this goes unshielded, which it does, we can counter all the way down. Machamp is low on HP, but we are super loaded on energy. I see Togekiss enter the arena. I throw the Stone Edge, look to switch out into Snorlax, saving the Machamp for a sacrificial swap. Togekiss is staying in. I am going to fire off a body slam, goes unshielded, and it is Waterfall Gyarados in the back. Not a fantastic spot to be in. That Togekiss is going to be a real problem. We land the body slam gets Gyarados into the yellow. We make one more body slam. Hopefully this draws a shield from the opponent, which it does. They commit all the way to the Waterfall farm down, and we are sitting in a really tricky spot. I imagine the opponent isn't going to blind throw, so I come in, throw a couple of powder snows, look to sack the Machamp. The opponent, far too smart for that. I am going to no shield the crunch. We know Togekiss has the ancient power locked and loaded. If we didn't get the defense drop, I probably would be in an alright spot. I can't afford to shield this. The opponent snipes me with Togekiss and win that game. Moving on to the next one. We see Dragonite in the lead. Not fantastic. I'm going to look to CMP tie to the potential superpower. Snorlax does survive, and as they have thrown the superpower, this body slam will now do more damage. The opponent doesn't shield it. We've got them now into the yellow. They now switch out into Metagross. Unfortunately, I do get farmed all the way down, but they didn't get much farm because that superpower did really hurt. We come in with Machamp. I am going to shield up the Meteor Mash. Meteor Mash draws my first shield. We're going to look to farm up to the back-to-back cross chop. So if the opponent shields the first, I'm just going to fire the second immediately. The opponent smartly lets it go. I am now going to look to spam out the Walrus. Let's see what the opponent has in the back. They will still be switch locked. Once again, I am going to CMP tie to the Dragon Claw. I imagine it is going to be Excadrill in the back. So we are going to get rid of this Dragonite, so we don't have to worry about it later. We have got plenty of health. We're not in danger of getting Mudshot farmed down. It is Excadrill. So Dragonite, double steal, super common team comp. I'm just going to go straight Icicle Sphere. The only thing I need to do with the Walrus is get this thing low. The opponent chose to no shield, and that is a fatal mistake. They might be at their back-to-back charge moves, but it's irrelevant. Machamp's going to counter down, and we're going to win that game. Moving on to the next one. We see Haxorus in the lead. Absolutely dreadful. Haxorus super attack weighted. So they do win CMP tie. Machamp and Haxorus both take 5 counters each to get to their charge move. Haxorus actually beats the entirety of our team. I am going to throw the cross chop. I'm going to look to catch the second move on Snorlax, as the most common team comp with Haxorus is double steal. So Machamp will have some big value in the back. The opponent throws the Dragon Claw. They are staying in. Snorlax is getting absolutely destroyed by these counters. They fire off one more Dragon Claw. I am going to take a couple more counters to get myself really low and take them out with a body slam. I've left myself minimal farm. In comes Magnezone, 2 sparks, take me out. I come in with Machamp. I look to try and get off the cross chop. They throw on 5. Smart play on them. They CMP time me one before the wild charge. I was looking to get it off before the potential wild charge. Cross chop goes unshielded, and in the back it's Metagross, and that is absolutely going to be a GG. I fire off the cross chop, and I'm going to quickly reach for that top left. GG's to that opponent. So those were the battles with Shadow Walrein. Is it any good? Not really. It was better last season. Obviously, the extra fast move isn't fantastic when you have only got such a low CP and stat product, so you don't really want to take any extra damage. Having only 35 energy last season meant we're a bit more spammy, but it is what it is. It was fun to use. Would I recommend it? Probably not. But if you're enjoying the spicy content, smash that like button. If you're new, consider subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one.